Hopefully this doesn't set ablaze. And I ruined everything. Hear myself double. Let's cancel that. There we go. Okay. Let me pull this up here. Okay, this is all... I messed it. Hi, guys. Hello, hello. Okay, so I messed with a whole bunch of settings with streaming behind the scenes, because I know... that there's a way to do... what's it called? Super chat and everything properly. And Streamlabs, and I tried setting all of it up, but my fickle brain can only carry me so far, so... But we'll see. We will see. I'm just making sure everything here is good to go. Get this out of my face. Get this thing out. All right. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing tonight? Oh. I don't know what the setting is for this. Okay. That looks fine, right? That looks fine-ish. I'm doing good? Well, that's good. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing good myself, too. Not that anyone asked, but... No, we're turning the vibration off. Vibration's gone. We don't need that. I need to turn up my gamer volume. There we go. I was sitting in silence. Turned too many things off. Let's see, we need subtitles. Hold on. I think this is good. I'm counting on you guys to tell me if anything's too loud, anything's too quiet. And we'll roll with that. Hey, you caught the stream. You're so early. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome all. Ray, I think that's how you say. I'm never gonna get all these names properly. I'm too inept. Alright. So this is fine. Alright. So, I wanted to do a wee bit of Dark Souls because a couple people had talked about it in previous streams, but I never really messed with it too much just because I don't know which one is better to look at. I never messed with it just because, like, Dark Souls is a very long game. And there's not really a whole lot I feel like I have to say. I just love it. But that's it. I'm not like stellar at it or anything. I'm decent. But if people are interested, shoot, I would love to make this into something we do, like on a weekend basis. So, you're early tonight? I don't know which screen is better to look at. This is also... You're early tonight. Oh, and I just looking weird. Yeah, they updated the they just patched it in. Everyone got really upset about not having any info this week. And they updated the graphics. Just to give us anything. We're gonna be Porky. Because I'm unoriginal and uninspired. And we will see. We will see where this takes us. I'm excited. I haven't played. I've had a really big craving for Dark Souls. I'm not gonna mess with that, by the way. I'm not even gonna try and give my shot of making any kind of monstrosity. Because it never works out in these games. So yes, indeed. I don't know if I should talk over this or not. I don't know if you guys are familiar with all this. But I'm talking anyway. It's just a compulsion, really. Sup? What's up? Hibulkle? What is up? Welcome to the stream. Make sure everything. Yeah. Okay, so far nothing's set ablaze, so that's a really good sign. But I also don't know. Also, too, in the middle of... No? No. Horizon said no. That's it. We're shutting the whole thing down. I'm fine. How about you? Not too bad. Not too bad. Thank you for asking. I'm looking forward to this, though. I am. Love me some Dark Souls. And I was jamming out to the soundtrack for the second one. I was like, yo. what if I played some? And that was about it. That's when, and then I literally turned on the stream. I thought about doing Hollow Knight, but I kind of want to save that for probably tomorrow-ish. I don't really know, because I don't have a schedule, but Nito. Mr. Nito. I haven't played this too in forever, like especially just the original Dark Souls. I bought this the remastered a little bit after it came out, but I am fully prepared to mess literally everything up, because I'm gonna I don't remember any of the, I haven't done like the sorcerer and the pyromancer's quests ever, or Big Hat Logan. I've never completed his quest. I don't even know what build I want to do. I just kind of picked a knight because I want that chunky armor. Yo, what is up, Swipe? Welcome. This isn't Hollow Knight? It can be. I mean, technically, alright, what are the parallels here? Actually, depending on who you ask, there'd be way too many parallels, so better we don't get into that. Dark Souls is good too, though. I'm glad you think that. I really like Dark Souls. I don't know how many times I could say that this stream, but it remains true. Horizon has spoken, to go kill the Abyss Watchers. I want to go in order, so we'll get there like literally 4 years from now. Because this is going to take forever. No, this isn't Hollow Knight. It's not Hollow Knight. I've always wanted to play a Dark Souls game. My PC is just trash. I don't know. Have you seen the original Dark Souls? I think you could run it on a potato. I think you might be okay. But don't quote me on that. I've played it on the 360 and only the 360. Well, that's a lie. I'm literally lying to you right now. I wasn't able to watch the 1K celebration stream, so I'm definitely gonna watch this. Also, congrats on 1K. Looking forward to all your future endeavors. Thank you so much, RDX. I appreciate it. I tried to stream a little bit earlier. It didn't really work, but I'm glad you came by. I appreciate it. So here I am watching you play it. Well, I hope you can live vicariously through me, Rezo. Giant Dad? If I get the endurance for it. I don't know if that's still the best, like, poise setup, but yeah, I did get 1K. We got 1K. We got there together. Hey, look, the stream just started. You are early. You made it. Welcome. Dark Souls is really good too. I don't know what to think about Dark Souls 3 though. Have you played it? That's not like a condescending thing too. I said that and it sounded a little bit, I don't know, because from that frame of reference, like Dark Souls 3, I don't know. I feel like people have a different opinion on it just in general. Same thing with Dark Souls 2 especially, but I'm curious to know if you've played it. Because I bought the collector's edition for that. I know absolutely nothing about Dark Souls, so this should be fun. Hopefully. Hopefully. Burning out a potato. I'm old schooled. What can I say? Old fashioned. I am a deceased man. We're deceased throughout this entire thing. The delay is huge. Yeah, I had to stream on Elgato. And it basically bottlenecks me at 10 megabits up. So if I don't want the stream to lag and keep it at this quality, it has to be a little bit behind. It's what we're working with for now. I don't know if we're going to stick with this. I might find a separate way around it later, but I'm not streaming on Twitch, just on YouTube right now. Just because I'm trying to figure this all out. I'm very new to this whole procedure. And I don't want to sit here and make a Twitch and a Mixer and a Streamlabs and a YouTube and a Fiverr and an OnlyFans when I can't get any particular one on lockdown, so. Hold on, let me start climbing up a ladder before I'm just looking at chat right now. Killed that man in cold blood. Didn't even ask questions. I played Dark Souls 3, didn't captivate me that much. That's understandable. This definitely has a certain charm to it. Also, part of lagging behind is just the fact that I am very, very slow at reading things because I'm terrible. Delete's probably behind, looking like beef jerky. Yes, indeed. Maybe too much of a Hollow Knight fan, perhaps. I mean, they're one and the same in terms of like fan bases. They have a very dedicated group. Good quality, very clean, almost no lag. Yeah, it's just one of the. It's just a compensation we tried to make. So, like I said, we'll stick with it for now. Hopefully, it's not too annoying. People haven't said a whole lot about it yet. So, OnlyFans when tonight. I got this on my Switch as well as Hollow Knight. Ooh, you got your work cut out for you. That's a whole lot of pain you're gonna endure in one fell swoop too. Best of luck. And we're done with that. Get out of my face. You don't intimidate me. Nothing. I would love to see your OnlyFans vid though. Maybe one day. I mean, I already said tonight, so. The Discord server's dead? That's horrible. I'm very sorry to hear that. But you can still keep it around. I believe. I believe in you. You can take it great places. Bonfire lit? It is lit. Endurance build? Perhaps. Yes, the normal game logic of... Silent Demon. Bruh. Bruh, frick. Oh, I gotta put on my shield shoe. We could do, I don't know what kind of build we're gonna do. I don't know. I want to try something I haven't tried before, but at the same time, I'm very scared to drift from the safe zone. Especially where people can watch upon my failures. And it will be cataloged for the world to laugh at. But we'll see. My preferred style of build in these games too is quality, and my favorite weapon is the Zweihander. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we won't. All in good time, or we'll just get a Black Knight halberd, and the entire thing will be history. I'll take either one, to be honest. You said that in the most sarcastic way possible. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. So let me let you in on some insider info. My fickle brain can't comprehend more than 2 or 3 things at once. So whenever I say things, putting emotion behind them is very... Oh, I'm sorry, Oscar. I skipped that first line. Putting emotion behind them is secondhand. As long as I get a response out there, I feel accomplished. So, Discord said, only if you knew how much I care. No, I didn't mean it like that. Your Twitter link is Twitter home. Get Shrek to me. Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. That's kind of funny, though, to be honest. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Oscar. I was trying to set up the description in advance so I would have less work for me to do after the stream and it comes crashing down in my face. Because I'm inept. I just blitz through it all. Click on things. Where am I? Where am I? Okay, there we go. Alright, I have updated it. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me in check. Fight Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Oh, you better believe. We're doing that this stream no matter what. I think we're going to try and get to Toro's Demon. That's the tentative plan I have, but you better believe I need that ring. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. Bye-bye, Chief. I wish he had... So there's a... I don't know how much everyone is going to be knowing about this entire universe. But there was basically for that character a huge quest line that was like cut. For whatever reason. And he doesn't play anywhere near as much of a role as he would have beforehand, but it's unfortunate. Praise the sun. I don't have the emote, but I definitely will if we get it. Stream at the 8th of next month. I'll donate you 10 money or less. Or less or more. I will take that. Thank you very much. Even if you don't, still thank you. I appreciate the gesture. Get out of my way, sir. We're going for a first parry right here. Ready, ready, ready? We're doing it. Ooh, that ain't... If that doesn't dictate how the run's going to go, I don't know what will. Also, Elgato is making the screen incredibly dark. and the game is already pretty dark, as suggested by the title, you're done. Goodbye, sir. Maybe in another life. Definitely not this one. F in the chat for random night guy. Agreed, second that. I was gonna sleep when I saw you were streaming. 2:47? You don't have to stick around for me. Get them Z's. I've even been trying to get my sleep schedule on, but I can't I can't seem to do it. I would take no offense. Do what you have to do. Thank you for stopping by in the first place. I thought we missed that and I was gonna scream. Alright, buddy. I'm gonna smack your stomach real quick. Don't. Oh, just enough stamina. That was super, super delayed. But I'll take it, because we didn't get slapped. I should have got black fire bombs here just to see if I could have done it, but that master key. We needed the master key, because we're going to go to Blighttown ASAP. And I don't actually mean that, I'd rather die. I'm dead. Ooh! Come on, one more slap, one more slap, one more slap, one more slap. Boom, gone. Fat man down. Confirmed. Look who's live. It's me. It is me. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Can you get mod? I haven't given anyone mod yet because I've had a lot of people that have actually asked. But I'm just trying to, like I said, in the preliminary phases, I won't set any mods probably for a long time. Simply just because, too, I feel like there's not a need for it right now. But I will definitely consider all the people that I could add. You have my word. Silent Demon is back, and he's gone. Good, you can stay a little longer? Well, that's great. I would love to have you here as long as you could stay, my friend. The little crow, too. Vati Vidya, who's basically the moss bag of this game's community, if you didn't know, pointed out that in that cutscene with the crow, the feathers are like randomly generated. And I think that is litty. I don't know why, but I just think it's so cool. And I don't know how they got that effect, but good for them. Big Burb? Big Burb. He's flying us all the way here. Okay, this is pissing me off too. Get ready for this, because I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I thought they would fix this with Remastered, but they didn't. And I need someone to tell. And you guys are going to be here for me, because I have no one else. Okay, see? Look, right here. We land, right? And we're like, oh, that's awesome. Oh, geez, this place is amazing. Wow, that's so cool. Look, it's a bonfire and nothing else. Nothing behind it. So good. This area looks amazing. And then there's a tree. What? Where did the tree come from? How does that happen? What? I don't know. I don't know. I'll never get an answer. But it's fine. I don't need an answer. Not where we're going. Should we just dump all this into strength? You should consider the fact that I considered it eventually did put it in works. I appreciate it, I do, but I can't pick favoritism, Chief. Start arguing how late it is for different people. Savage. Yeah, the tree, I don't know where he came from. It can control soul and teleport. You're probably right. Okay, let's pick... Okay, before I level, I want to scoop the Zweihander. So I can at least see. I don't know how much dex we need. I don't know how much strength we need. I don't know any of that. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but... should we be fast here? Let's be fast as lightning. Faster than the speed of sound. Because I don't want to deal with any of this. I just want my thunderclap. And I'm going to leave it at that. Is this it? I've been foiled. I've been finessed. Oh, here it is. Gib. Now be gone, bony boys. I have nothing to do with you. None of you. I was watching one of my friends play the... Ooh, we'll scoop this while we're here. Played just the intro to this. And he ran back to this part at least 10 times before he caught wind of the fact that this was not the ideal place to go. Unfortunate, but it's always amusing to watch newer people to the whole franchise learn things about it. Same thing with Hollow Knight, really. Can you burn the tree down? Maybe. I'll have to get Pyromane and see if I find out. Tree's the final boss of Dark Souls. So let's see. Oh, I can't touch. I can't touch. Okay, here we go. Oh, the whole point of me doing that was so I could look at the stats for the Zoyan, and I didn't do it. Sorry. Okay, 24. We're gonna need 12 strength then to two-hand it. So we'll do that, and we'll bump endurance up. We'll leave dexterity behind for the time being. Can we use this? Piss. All right. Well, I tried. I've been outmathed. Oh, what is that? I got stuck in a rock? A hollow rock? So let's do this. We're gonna kill Havel. No questions asked. Hopefully we can get to Taurus Demon. I feel like that's straightforward enough. And I've been finessed. I got put in my place pretty quickly. Now you, though, you saw what I did to your buddy. And you stepped up to bat. I respect that. And I just styled. I styled for no reason. Do we kill this guy first? Nah. Let's get you. I'll deal with Firebomb Boy when we get to Firebomb Boy. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me, buddy. Excuse me. I missed that. You can't do that in Dark Souls 3. They don't let you. You get Mossbag Discord Nitro. I don't know how any of that works, but I'm sure he's appreciative of it. For sure. Never actually played Dark Souls. If you... I don't want to say that necessarily, but there's a reason why any game similar to Hollow Knight has this whole thing where it's like, Hollow Knight is the Dark Souls of Metroidvania. And stuff like that. This is kind of just like the granddaddy of those things. The idea, basically, of like, you die and then you leave something behind and you have to go pick it up. And, you know, the difficult boss fights. That's really the only parallels that are necessarily drawn between the two, but this is, it really is a different beast from Hollow Knight. There's RPG elements to it. I feel like it's a lot easier to get lost. There's no map. Silksong sequels of Hollow Rock? Sure. I'd get behind that. Absolutely. Try to use a controller and it turned on my PC, so now I'm suffering mouse and keyboard. Ooh. That is a punishment. That is indeed a punishment. If ever there were one. Y'all missing out on a good ass time. Shit. Be gone. If your goal is to make money with streaming, I recommend switching to Twitch ASAP. It's not really my goal. The reason why is because a couple people last time were talking about I don't know. It's really been up in the air for me, like especially starting a Patreon. And last stream we talked about people that would be really willing to donate, and I had a lot of people suggesting that I set up some form of that. But I said that I wanted YouTube to monetize me first before I could ask for money for any viewers. And we're monetized now, lo and behold. So, I definitely don't really want to focus too much on that, though. I mean, the whole point of these streams is just to hang out with you guys primarily. Like, first and foremost, that's what it's always going to be. But I really just wanted the donations as like a tip jar for anything. So, there's no obligation for anything on that front. I don't expect people to do it. It's just for the people that really care about supporting me to any degree financially, then they have that option. And I wanted to at least present that. So, but I'm here for you guys, Chief. I'm here so we can experience this together. Let me see if I can finesse this kid too. Be gone. Ooh! I can't sprint around him. I have to do this the old-fashioned way. I love you can just calmly walk around the enemies and stab them. Yeah, that's the whole point. That's the whole issue. It used to be really bad with this game, but Dark Souls 3 they fixed it so that the enemies have better tracking with where you go. Okay, I gotta catch up with comments because that was actually from a while ago. That's not the stream lag. That's just me being inept. I wish this man would stop shooting at me though. Thank you. So far, Dark Souls seems to be 60% serious, 30% annoying trees, and 10% comment. That's it. You're ready to go. You're good to go. Undead Berg. Elder Bug. the lines have been drawn. I have a friend who thinks that Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 will come out before Silk Song. I don't know anything about Breath of the Wild. Or its potential release date or anything like that. But maybe, you know, Team Cherry is a loose cannon. Hope they both come out soon, yeah. Good job getting monetized. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You guys were the stronghold for that. The foundation. Was that a dragon? It was a dragon. Nonchalantly. I didn't really talk about it, but yes, there was a dragon. She's gonna have to wait for a week for a response for Porky like I had a Discord. That's what Twitter's for. We already moved past that. Yeah, you could cheese it. For a sword? Oh, yeah. True. Really hyped to see what Breath of the Wild 2 will do. Mayhaps. I watched the first one a little bit because the Game Grumps played it. But the knowledge that I have of it beyond that is very, very limited. So I have no clue what anything on that front is going to involve. But I know it was a good game. I know it was very well received. Alright, both of you. Ooh, this man. He tried to assassinate me. Oh, good lord. I've alerted the whole burg. Be gone. I kicked? I hurt his feelings more than anything? Gotta probably stream and record, right? If you could send me a video of the streams and make highlights out of it, if you're not already doing that. Maybe? We'll see, once again. I don't really... For the time being, I just kind of wanted to... I'm gonna let the streams run their course as what they are. Like I said, just for probably a solid month or so, and then I'll start even thinking about mod raise or anything like that. I want to make sure this is fine, primarily just so we can do continue Steel Soul. Yeah, Steel Soul. Because that was I had a pretty regular, small group of people that were really, really into that series, and I want to just put a full stop to that. But I have to make sure everything's good on this front, so I don't record an episode and then lose it to the abyss. What are your thoughts on Silk Song? I can't wait for it. It's gonna be amazing. And I don't know. From everything everything I've seen, it looks like literally upgraded Hollow Knight, which is all we could ever ask for. Ow. But I have high hopes for it. There's usually with I'm very cynical and jaded when it comes to game companies and sequels and everything like that, just because you know how it goes. If you're a gamer, you get the entire AAA industry grind and everything like that. But indie devs are different, and Team Cherry, especially, I feel like is different. So there's no hesitation. I feel like it's going to be a good game. Sometimes I wish I could delete games like Hollow Knight and Dark Souls from my mind and play them again. Yes. Big yes. Especially with this. Because this was the first game. Like, I picked this game up and I started playing. And, you know, I got to about this area. And then I couldn't get past it. And I was like, this game sucks. But after I stopped being a baby, I manned up. And that's when I really started enjoying it. It's just... And it'll go down as one of my favorite gaming series. If not tied with Hollow Knight or anything like that. This man is just wasting my time. I'm gonna go read a comment real quick. Time being, I'll edit and highlight because I really enjoy editing. I mean, you can do whatever your little heart desires, I suppose. Do whatever you feel you have to do. I'm just gonna parry this fool though. Schmacked. Big schmack. Sup, porks? Some Dark Souls, huh? Never played it, sadly. Any tips? Oh, by the way, Nelson, I'm sorry. I didn't say hi to you. I read your comment, but hi, Nelson. Welcome. Any tips for Dark Souls? Are you thinking about playing it? Because that would be... would recommend. It's a very good game. Did you spoil yourself on Silk Song? Not quite. I haven't watched any... I mean, I watched, like, the Mossbag analysis of it. But every single time there was dialogue, I looked away. Like, I made it a purpose to look away. I don't want to know anything about the plot or anything in particular. And the only reason I figured that was okay to watch Mossbag's thing is just because, like, you know, it's lore. It's speculation. So, none of that's even set in stone to begin with. But I'm going to try my best to not spoil anything. Hi, pork. Hello, Crystal Hunter. Hornet isn't void? I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. So many people in this Silk Song video, the first Silk Song video that I had, were genuinely upset too. Not genuinely upset, but they pointed out, they're like, I don't know where you were fed these lies, but Hornet isn't void. I'm like, damn, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have to be careful what you joke around with in this community, man. These people are bloodthirsty. And I tried to get Mossbag's opinion on it too, but I got lost in the wave of notifications and... Ooh! So yeah, by the way, this is Havel. Oh, I have tips for Dark Souls 2. I haven't forgotten. But I'm trying to not die here. So I'll deal with this, hopefully. Hey, buddy. This man is a hunk, and he will absolutely one-shot me. Get away from the wall. Okay. Oh, this will take forever. There we go. Stabs. Stab, stab, stab. I didn't look fast enough at the comments to pick anything out to say. I'm sorry, hold on. I'm gonna have to... No! I can't... Okay, I can't. Never mind. Schmecked. Bit of him explaining why Hornet isn't void. Yeah, it's delicate. It's like... I didn't think we were gonna get that. And we didn't! Ooh! Ah! I deserve that. Unfortunate. That was like no delay at all, bro. Yeah, no, I'm telling you. It's slightly the Elgato's fault, mostly mine. Just because I don't have a dual monitor setup next to me, so every single time I have to read comments, I have to physically turn my head. Like, I'll catch up on comments right now, and you can get an idea of that. But, Mossbag has made a really long video on why she isn't void. Yeah. He also integrated it, too, with his screen transition thing, as someone else is talking about here. She's void in our hearts. How about that? Jonah, welcome. Classic schmack moment. Yeah, we're schmacked. Who's your favorite character in Hollow Knight and Dark Souls? I don't know if I have one in Hollow Knight, but in Dark Souls, no questions, Artorias. No questions asked. Artorias has always been my favorite. Hollow Knight Grim is really, really cool, but he's probably my favorite-ish boss. I really like Hornet, too. I really like Dungeon Defender. I have a whole bunch of them. He gets stabbed twice and then kill me in one hit, yeah. He's supposed to be a tougher guy, too, but we'll try and get him out. My budget started sweating when I looked up Dark Souls 2 on Steam. Dark Souls... Okay, here's another thing, too. This is perfect to walk and talk to. To give you some advice on tips for Dark Souls, if you're looking on getting into it, it's very... The concepts from this to Hollow Knight are similar, but the game is fundamentally different in terms of everything. Like, there's builds, there's specific armors and setups and things like that. I'll show you the stat screen here in a sec. As you can see right now, I'm getting cluster trucked by 6 guys at once. It's a lot of differentiation between that. So like all these numbers here, you have to kind of like, and granted they're not like impossible by any means. It just takes, you have to spend a little bit more time with it. It's far more intimidating than Hollow Knight is, I feel. And if you don't let that get to you and you just play to understand and you constantly take in things, it's basically the same things as Hollow Knight. If you take those ideas of like, you know, perseverance and learning from each mistake and being patient with everything, then 100% you will find a way to enjoy this game. It is super, super good. Super good. I would recommend it if you have any modicum of interest in it. Because this is, like I said, this is the granddaddy of all those games that have the respawn mechanic. Oh. Horty's made a Tiso and Elderbugs Brothers. That's true. No one wants to talk about that. We're not ready for that conversation. Who's your least... Oh, I went back. My bad. Stag is best character. Stag is good. Stag is very good. Horn is... I really like the Hunter in a game where you're off and alone. Yeah, he's a mysterious guy, too, so that really, I feel like in my eyes, adds to the... just the allure of characters, because these games tend to have a lot... Dark Souls is like this, too, where it's a lot of it in this... They give you just enough about a story and like characters and world building to like make you want to ask questions. And if a game can do that, then I feel like it's in a really good spot. Oops. I took both of those. Ooh! No! We gotta back up a bit. I realize I have a couple hundred, couple thousand, I don't know how many souls on the line. I'm not trying to lose anything. Alright, buddy. Put that shield down. Put the shield down. Put it down, please. Oh! I'm gonna kick 1,000 times when I mean to swing. That's just my curse. Hollow Knight is a lot more simple with mechanics than Dark Souls. Yes, I would agree with that. It is very straightforward. There's less... It puts much more of an emphasis on really forcing you to learn things. Whereas with this game, you can get, I feel like, a lot luckier with specific drops, or like if you were to get a Black Knight weapon early on, it just makes the game easier. Like, there's no cap on that, honestly. We've got him outnumbered quickly. Electorist. Yeah, they will outnumber you, but then they won't really take advantage of that. It's really only bad when they all swing at once, and then it turns into a nightmare. Crystal Hunter. You're born... Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was born in the 90s. Back in the 90s. What's your opinion of Coral and Hollow Knight? He's a bae. He's an absolute dilf. And he's alive in my heart. And he always will be. I hope we see more of him, though. Because I feel like they left the door open for him to still technically be alive. But then again, we don't, if that is the end of his quest, then I won't complain. Because it was still pretty nice. What are some other games you will upload content of? It depends. I wanted to do this just because this was still one of the things that people had recommended. Limbo was the very first stream I did. And people seemed to enjoy the little journey we took on that. But, I'm going to get one shot anyway, so let's just be one fast boy. I don't know. I would love to do Dark Souls as a series if you guys want to keep watching this. But that comes with a lot of time, and it's going to be a lot of episodes spread over a lot of streams and weekends. So I also have, but games in general that I do have, I wanted to touch upon Shovel Knight. I wanted to do Cuphead, probably, because I played it a little bit, but I don't really know all of it. I wanted to do Oddworld. I have the new and tasty, and I played the hell out of Oddworld games as a kid. So I really wanted to do that. And probably for some spookier games like Layers of Fear 2, Outlast 2, and a couple more games I don't know about. I've had a couple indie games suggested to me. What Remains of Edith Finch, Gone Home. So I have a whole bunch of things that I could pick from, but it really just depends on what you guys want to see. I'm going to be able to make community posts soon, too, so I can ask you guys more up front. Okay, back to making famous birthday page and thank you confirmation. His ribs are showing? Yeah, he's a sausage boy. He's one sausage lad. Need to get into the Shovel Knight just for the soundtrack. That was... I can already tell I'm going to like that too, because I watched someone play Shovel Knight as well. And like the like retro styled... It's one of the very first areas. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head, but there was one soundtrack that was just really, really good and catchy. And I don't know anything about really the game, but... Alright, come on, buddy. Whew. Very generous parry windows in this game, too. Can't wait to see you play these games. Are you talking about Dark Souls, or just anything in general? Because I like streaming a lot more than I thought I would. But I want it to be... If I could stream the entire Dark Souls franchise for sure, I will cry a happy man. I will cry myself to sleep with tears of joy. Yeah, we're on round... This is round 2. I hope you guys are enjoying. Shovel Knight is really fun. Yes. I've heard very, very good things about it. And I loaded up the game once, and I saw that, like, how much customization there was just with, at least in the Xbox version. Like, how you could change the gender of every single character or something like that. And, like, you could change... I think it's, like, armor colors and stuff. Like, there's just so much customization for a little pixelated game. I was like, this is amazing. So... I definitely... I bought it a long time ago knowing that I wanted to give it a shot at some point. What's your favorite boss theme in Hollow Knight? Probably Troop Master Grimm. I can't even lie about that. It depends, because if I'm looking for something to pump me up, Troop Master Grimm I feel like is one of the best bangers. But Sealed Vessel is an emotional roller coaster and is a classical masterpiece, I feel like. It's so good. He just gets stabbed directly, the vital arteries collapses. You should see the stats of this armor, too. Hopefully we can get there, but we're not going to get there in this stream, no cap, but... This is one of the best armor sets in the game. There's a reason why he's this strong, but he gives us a really important ring. I'm going to mess up one of these parries, too. We're going to have to start all over. Shovel Knight and Cuphead. I didn't fully read that comment. Hold on. Ooh! Oh, we got a partial parry there. That was lucky. Be gone. Shovel Knight and Cuphead pop your stream more. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. I know Cuphead has had a pretty religious following behind it too. And for good reason. The game was pretty solid from what I've experienced. Alright, come on, buddy. Thank you. Imagine an almost naked guy with a sword shield and starts battling you. Oh no. Damn it. That comment got me. Oh, that is funny. Yeah, I mean, and he does the one thing over and over that you can't stop. Because there's no fainting or anything like that in this game. Should we just run past these people? Is that a safe idea? Let's try it. For better or worse. Excuse me. I have no interest in any of you. I literally just want to kill a giant man encased in stone armor. You do not interest me. Shoo. Oh! Oh, that was a lot. Oh! I have made an error in judgment. If we... Oh no, this is bad. If we taunt this Black Knight, we're dead. I'm calling it right now. I'm starting to think this wasn't the play. Okay, we got this. That's nothing. Cake. Oh. What are you doing up there? Shoot. Oh, man. The whole neighborhood. Ooh. Oh, we're dead. Yeah, that's it. Oh, damn. I tried to get cheeky, and I just got impatient. A shame. Favorite Hollow Knight joke was when you stood next to the Absolute Radiance. Yes. I spent a while on that thumbnail. I was going to give him laser eyes too, but I couldn't figure out how to do it in a way that looked good. Swiss cheese at this rate, no chance. I just got murdered. Big Fs. Yeah, big Fs. We lost all of our Geo. I literally just want to kill a giant mini case instant. This is the best part. You guys just quoting me on things. How far are you into the game now? We just started. This is a very preliminary. This is like the first area that you technically should go to after you leave Firelink. So we just started out. But I lost 4 flasks in the process because... I don't know. I'm inept. Alright, buddy. You may have killed me. But I am now naked, and I fear no man. I have no souls to lose. There's literally nothing on the line for me at this point. Be gone. Be gone. Serves him right. They keep coming! Hollow Knight fans. When you say Hornet is void, it's an uproar. It's blasphemous. Oh. Thank you for the Fs again. It's nice to be here for a little while. Goodbye. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed. I think you're going to need some mods here soon because some people are starting to spam. Maybe. I'll look into it. It's one of those things that I'm inevitably gonna have to do. But I want there to be a whole process behind it. So, we'll see. Hornet isn't void, though. You can't change my mind. She's made of screen transitions, end of story. Screen transitions are made of void. Everything's come full circle. Ooh. That might be pretty helpful. Sure. That'll at least reduce the amount of time it takes to kill Havel. You try to run past them and they're... like this boy about to get his ankles rolled. Oh, it was far more than that. I had my ankles rolled. I broke both of my knees. I fell down a cliff and then I was hospitalized immediately. For trying to run past them. We're dead. Just because I don't have poise, you think you can kill me? Nonsense. Both of you. You're next. Come on. Gone. Destroyed. Erased. This is for everyone present if you want to make a message. One thing might only read the first half of the message. I read. I try to. I try to do as much as I can. It's very difficult though. This whole multitasking is something that I can do in short bursts for the most part. But especially when it's new to me like this, I have to really get adjusted to it. Can we kill both of these with one go? Negative. We got close though. Come on, buddy. You're in my way. You're in my way. Ooh, that longsword's probably not gonna be better. Put me in coach. I'll mod this shit out of him. I would if I could, Chief. Don't even get it wrong. Screen transitions are made to void. There you go. We've cracked the case. That was the whole Discord meme going around. That was really what the code was. The secret code. Crow's mother is harder than pure vessel. Facts. Confirmed. It's a perfect specimen of a warrior. Hello, lava. Look at me. Look at these eyes. Look at that. You want to talk about hollow? Let's talk about hollow. Bullying a small streamer 101. That's what we're here for. That's the whole point. Any boss with any sort of homing attack is pain. So I know one likes Markoth. Yeah, on top of the fact that Markoth has some other less than favorable ideas behind his entire boss fight, like the random spawns and everything. And when you put that with tracking, it's a recipe for being very hated. So, but you know, I'm sure he's okay with it. He doesn't seem to be, should we even bother putting on armor? He doesn't seem to be too phased by how the knight thinks about him anyway. We'll try this. I don't think I could put on much more without being a fat roller, but this is nightmare fuel. What? This is breakfast. This is a strip of bacon with an axe. What's so bad about that? Looking like the Thriller music video? I should have named him Michael Jackson. Where were you 47 minutes ago? We could have walked around naked the whole playthrough and hee-heed our way to success. But now we're just stuck being Porky. A fate I wouldn't wish on anyone. Why does he have an octopus on his chest? I don't know. I think there's an item in here called the Dark Sign, which is like the... Yeah, this. A little bit of lore. But, I don't know if that's actually what the little veiny thing is supposed to be, but... It's the whole point. I mean, bullying you. Yeah, I know. I'm the punching bag. What do you say about the Discord meme? What you know about Discord? I thought you quit. Well, I mean, that doesn't mean I can't pay attention to what the community is saying. I still stalk the Reddit. What do you think of the Godmaster DLC in Hollow Knight? I think it's one of the best things in the entire game, to be honest. I spent at least a quarter of my time that I have on my main account in God Home, so I love it. I love everything about it. It's tough. It's expansive. Has an interesting story, and it looks very pretty. Come on, buddy. Let's see how better this is. Oh, I was like 7? But I forgot we do 2 swings. It's okay. It's a little bit better. Schmacked. This man's appetite is so hollow. Did he eat his brother? Maybe. We don't really have any... I mean, we're called the Chosen Undead, but it's very vague as to what that is, and I'm not going to go into all the speculation with that because my knowledge to Hollow Knight lore is medium at best, but it's less than stellar, I feel like, when it comes to this game. I feel like I might make some people upset. Your axe is phasing through the wall? It does that. It's part of it, one of its many feats, one of its many traits. Where's the link to the Discord? I don't... If you're talking about in the... I don't think... You were the one that subbed last stream, right? Because I don't think... I haven't had a foot in Discord for a little bit now. We had one a little bit ago, but I couldn't see it through for the time being just because I had a whole lot on my plate that I was focusing on, and I'm still kind of trying to get everything on that end all accumulated and sorted out. But the only thing I have in the description right now is Twitter, though, if you want to join the discussion there, whatever discussion may be. Bacon is revolting. That's the name of the game, Chief. Michael Jackson's what happens to become the King Soul Charm. Or what was that? When the King Soul Charm becomes a Void Heart. Facts. Straight up facts. They looked up pop history and wrote the entire lore of Hollow Knight in one night. What do you guys think of this gameplay? Because I think this is great. I feel like this is why we stream. People don't appreciate how good God Home looks. Yeah, I mean... So, I was actually really torn, too, because the little loading screen you get, or like the title screen of God Home, is very good, but also the Void Heart, I think, is still my favorite overall. I just kept the God Home because it was more like a trophy and a trinket in my eyes after I beat Absolute Radiance on Radiant. But it's still beautiful. I love the whole aesthetic of like the godly rays and the masked boys. We did it! Hey! How many parries was that? Like 2? Going for Pantheon 5 all bindings now. Best of luck. How long are you planning on streaming from now? I don't know. We'll see. We're definitely going to be able to beat Taurus Demon within the hour. But I don't know. We might stop at Gargoyles. We might beat Gargoyles. Probably about an hour and a half or so is the idea of what I'm looking for. Just because I want to see. I want to gauge also if this upload is going to work, and I want to gauge if people would be interested in seeing this. Or seeing some more of Dark Souls from what we can get accomplished. So, I never put the ring on. I should do that. We're going to fight the, what's it called? The Black Knight out there too. Just to see if we can get lucky. But, Rip, you don't have a Twitter. That's okay. That is okay, Chief. Very nice gameplay. Thank you, thank you. Nice ass gameplay, great commentary, great job so far. Thank you, Swipe. This isn't the very first time on my rodeo here, but it's definitely still something that's new to me. So, I'm glad I can at least make the most of it with you guys along for... I just said I was going to kill the Black Knight, and then I ran away from him like a coward. What am I doing? What am I doing? Zote made menu best. Facts. Can't even refute that point. You're going to use the Steel Soul one to flex? It is. That's good, too. I think there's so many good ones. It's so rare that you see games with, like, alterations of, like, the main menu. Nice little addition. Are you making this private when you're done? No. I'm going to try and upload this as a public VOD. Although I'm decently close to beating the game on my Steel Soul file. Keep at it, Chief. You got it. I believe in you. Is morning or evening where we're streaming right now? I'm in the evening, yes. I'm in Eastern Standard Time. That is correct. It is 10:25 for me. This is an evening chill stream. But I'm trying to... Like I said earlier, I tried to make this a little bit earlier in the night because I know there are people... Oh, dear. Oh. Okay, we're going to have to pay a little bit more attention to this. This guy's weaker, but he's a little bit faster. See if we can get some more room. And if not, at least go up here so that way I won't have to walk all the way back when I get clapped. Come on, buddy. Ooh! I let him do that to me. Excuse me? Alright, enough of that. We've done that 3 times in a row. We're done with that. No more. Face reveal at 2K subs? Shit. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were Nelson. He's been asking for... He was the first person that commented and asked for a face cam. Wow, that was a lot of chunky damage. I don't even have a camera, though. I didn't invest in that equipment because I don't really... It just wasn't my focus. Come on, buddy. One more. Let me have it. Let me get the juice. Oh, he's backing away now. He's backing away. It wasn't so... It's not any fun. Come on, sword. That's alright. Well, we're going to be able to get the blue tier stone ring too, so... 'Twas not a waste of time. Don't hesitate to. What is the hardest game you've ever played, and which is your most hated? That is a thinker. The hardest game I've ever played? If I'm talking about games that I've spent a ton of time with, learning Dark Souls 1, this one that we're playing right now, was really hard for me to get accustomed to. I had to walk away for like 3 months and come back to the game before I was actually sold on the concept of it. But as far as games that I played a bit, that I just had like put down altogether and couldn't figure out. For some reason, don't laugh, the Ninja Gaiden game on Xbox 360 I played when I was super young. And it was hard. It was super hard. And I just never, I couldn't really get the grasp of it, but my most hated game, I don't know. I'll get back to you on that, I promise. I'll have to think about that. You gave me a thinker. Sorry, guys, I gotta leave. Thanks for stopping by, Scato. Appreciate it so much. See ya. Have a good night or day. Thank you, Lizani, for stopping by. Have a good night. Let me send you my iPod. Thank you. I'm gonna sleep now. It's 4:26 a.m. Yikes, but I'll wait 30 seconds to hear you say bye and anything else. Well, this is your 30 seconds later. I'm sorry about that. Take care, Horizon. If you reveal your face to these guys, it took me like 7 years, I'm gonna scream. See, we're playing the long game, Nelson. Don't worry. Hardest game I ever played is Minecraft. You got that right. Them blocks. Them blocks be difficult. Them ender dragons be hurtful. The whole shebang. Did I put on the ring? I don't remember. Oh, no, I did not. Well, we'll hit this bonfire to get our flasks back. And then we'll take on Taurus Demon. Huh? How about that? What's your stream delay? As at the time that I was just looking at the screen, I just sat down on the bonfire. So it's not crazy delayed or anything like that. It's like I said, it's probably just me. I have to take very, very elongated pauses from looking at the stream. Yo, peace, yo, peace, yo, peace. Goodbye to everyone who is hitting the sack. I wish you the best of Z's. Okay, what should we get here? Let's get some more strength. And top it off with this. Hopefully we can use the Zweihander too. Well, I don't know. The axe is pretty good. And I don't have to two-hand it or anything. Let's see what the stats are. That's pretty good. I guess we'll keep it. So it's about 5 seconds? Yeah. Roundabout. It's not that far off. I'm slow. What do you think of the Minecraft Nether update, though? Is it okay for me to have no opinion? Because I don't really know? So, cards on the table. I'm not the biggest Minecraft connoisseur. Like, I've obviously played it, and I know of it and everything, but the most I've cared about it was watching PewDiePie play it because he made it hilarious, but I don't know. What's in the update? Is it something amazing? Can you take pigs and can you give pigs suits of armor and ride them into battle? Because that's the next game we're streaming if you can. This man he finessed me. Well, that's enough out of you, sucker. Do you play Terraria? Yes. I do. Oh, wait, you were telling him. Oh, Lasagna, my mind just clicked back to your last comment. I was like, wait, wasn't he leaving? But I'm inept. Yes, I do play Terraria. Someone asked me about the Journey's End update last stream? I think it was last stream? No, it was the first stream that didn't get recorded, unfortunately. But yes, I'm looking very forward to that being ported to consoles. And hopefully, because I have a friend that really likes Terraria as well, hopefully we can stream a bit of that too, if you guys would want to see it. We might start a new world and I can stream it with a friend. And we'll make that a long-term project. People still play Minecraft? Savage. I really got back into Minecraft because of nostalgia. See, like, I played it when I was a wee lad. But I don't know. Nothing against the game at all. It's just like it's a game that's focused on like you having creativity and like basically doing everything for yourself. But I like Terraria so much more because I feel like there's a much heavier. I did not need to get that key and I did it anyway. Get schmacked me. There's a much heavier sense of progression in Terraria, in my opinion. Like you constantly have like quote-unquote quests, and you have, like, NPCs moving in, and there's a progression in your world, and there's bosses, more than just, like, the Ender Dragon. And there's builds and sets and different ways to play the game, and I love all of that. I really do. But Minecraft is so much more focused on your ability to build and what you can make. And I'm very uncreative when it comes to making stuff like that. Like I'll throw up a dirt hut and be like, okay, and then just leave it at that. I usually get in games where like my friends are the stuff to build, or are the people to build buildings and stuff, and make warehouses and all that. But maybe that's just me. I'm just a weird one. Is Venom Void exclusively? They cut it from the original script because once again, Eddie Brock was not ready for that conversation. Is that his name? I think that's his name. I watched Venom, but I'm not the biggest Venom fan. Eddie wasn't ready for that discussion. They didn't want to make his character a triggered Reddit warrior, so they streamlined the whole thing. But that doesn't pull the wool over your eyes. Mad respect. Hardest game ever was Hollow Knight. I was trying to speedrun it very briefly, and I was learning I died literally 13 times at Crystal Peak. Yeah. Crystal Peak is pretty tough as an area, though, just as a general rule of thumb. Also, Terraria would be cool. Good. Good. I'm going to wait for the update to drop before I make any executive decision on that, because I want to be able to play. I want to play it when it's at its best, basically, so. Minecraft's still good, though. Heard that. I like Terraria more as well, to be honest. Yeah. I'd love to see you stream Terraria. Awesome. That makes me excited. Being able to stream all these games is going to be a massive plus, because, like, Hollow Knight is going to be the bulk of videos, but this gives me just an excuse to... If at bare minimum, it gives me an excuse to go back and just play these games. Especially with Dark Souls, because I feel like I could play Dark Souls until the end of time, realistically. But... Oh, extra swing there for good luck. For good measure. We should probably put our armor back on, too. I'm kind of just moseying around with what I got. Do we need to fast roll? I'll take the armor off so we can get the crystal lizard up here. There we go. Alright, buddy. Time to meet your maker. Thank you. Ooh! That was actually a pretty good pull. I think those are randomized, but... I mean, well, Silksong isn't here, you got an excuse for leaving Hollow Knight behind. That's true. I don't want to necessarily leave Hollow Knight in the dust, because Hollow Knight was the first game that I could... Ooh, let me kill these guys first. Hollow Knight was the first game that I was, like, genuinely excited to make a whole bunch of content for, because I beat the game and I was sitting there like, I need more. I don't know how I can get more, but I need more. And content creation was kind of just a super obvious answer to that question. But I will make Hollow Knight videos as long as I feel like I have something to say. So, no worries on that front. Now let's take down this big fecker here. Come on, Chief. Come to me. Come to me, Papa. You can make him fall off this bridge, too. But I don't think I have it in me. Ooh, cheeky little stagger there already. And we're rolling. He's got the backstep games. He's taking my cankles. Yeah, this should be straightforward. This should be easy. This one's cake. If I only had more stamina, buddy, you'd be gone. Thought I mistimed that. But alas, I got lucky. Oh, that still hit me. You ruined my no-hit run, mister. Very rude. Uh-oh. That one didn't hit me? Curious. I was fully prepared to flub that one. Okay, this man is he's just taking hits. I also don't know what the rules are for the stagger. But I'm kind of surprised we've only gotten one. It might just be continual damage. I don't know. Oh. Relax, brother. Chill out. Oh, that's it. That's it. Took your niece. Took the niece. Imagine how many sales Silksong would make if it released during quarantine. Facts. They would be rolling in the dough. But you have to think of the other end of that spectrum too. Think of how much self-restraint and respect Team Cherry has for players by not wanting to rush it just for like monetary sake. Like they are really taking their time with it, which is all the more reason to believe I think it's going to be phenomenal. Is Dark Souls really as hard as people say? How is it compared to Hollow Knight in difficulty? Dark Souls is hard because people, I feel like, don't necessarily understand what's required of it. Like, the casual gamer sees, like, the word RPG and thinks of, like, Skyrim, right? Like, I feel like that's how it is for the most part. But this is so... It's fundamentally different from games like that because it forces you to do things in a specific way that are so unconventional from, like, just a regular game where you can pick up the role of, like, you know, any character and immediately be a badass. It's so less focused on making a story that is, like, holding your hand the entire way. And it's so much more focused on you overcoming obstacles and, like, fine-tuning every aspect of how you play the game so that way, like, you come out with this story of triumph, you know what I mean? Like, it's very similar to Hollow Knight in the sense that bosses can be the bane of your existence, but if you beat that boss that you've been stuck on for, you know, hours, days, weeks, it hits a different way. There's a massive payoff to bosses in this game, and bosses are a huge focus on it, so if you like that general concept, Dark Souls is super straightforward. It's just a matter of, like, spending time with the game. Hollow Knight is nothing compared to Dark Souls. Dark Souls doesn't feel as responsive or fluid as Hollow Knight. That adds to the difficulty. For the first one, for sure. Dark Souls, this one is super, like... It's very slow, I think, is the best way to put it. This is a very slow-paced game, and it can be very, very frustrating if that's not how you're used to playing games. Like, especially, too, let me show you what I'm talking about. We were doing it earlier, but... No, I need more. I need more weight. Where's my Zweihander? There it is. Oh, duh, I have the Havel ring on. I was like, man, this is... So this is the default role if you're playing a night class. And, like, it's just... And then, you know, the more armor you take off or the more equipment load you have, the better your rolls get, to the point where it's like, you know, you're really fast rolling. But for the most part, it's built around being a slower game, just because it was, like, you know, it's a product of its times, I feel like. But they sped up a lot of the sequels, and it added a lot of speed with Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3. This one definitely feels a lot clunkier, though. Hell yeah, we're listening to my boy Solaire. How good do you think the music, story, and world building in Hollow Knight is? I think, and this isn't, like, even me just, like, exaggerating, I think it's some of the best to be found in games. Because they're so... And the reason why I say that, too, let me preface it by saying that I'm taking into consideration, too, that this is a team of 2 main developers, right? Like, you have an indie team that's very, very independent, very, very limited on their resources, on, you know, their experience. Not to say that they were, like, inexperienced to begin with, but just, like, you know, they're not hired by any AAA industry. They're not under any specific executive, producer, or anything, any guy that has a vision. They're not just grunts and drones in the system, you know what I mean? So, for what they were able to accomplish as just the 2 of them, and how compelling of a story they told, and the fact that they could get people to constantly ask questions, and to this day make lore videos about it, and generate conversations, and build their own world from the ground up, I think they executed it in one of the best ways they could have possibly ever achieved. And I think it's super admirable and respectable. Ooh, 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 ooh. We've been had. Hopefully we don't die here, though. Okay, cool. Yeah, the Dargan resurfaced. He's not happy. I forgot my pants. Where are my pants? I have pants on, look. This is actually I think it's one of the best armor to poise stat items in the game, which is the only reason I have it on. It's just a little bit lighter than the night leggings without losing out of too much defense. This is no pants, though. We're doing a no pants run. The common gamer is a patient. That's why people say it's hard. Dark Souls requires patience, just like hitting patterns waiting to strike. Just like Hollow. But Mr. Porkbutt said Dark Souls is slower. Yeah. Plus, as we talked about earlier, Hollow Knight simply just demands less from a controller input perspective. And, like, you know, you can't swap out your weapon for the most part. You can't put on armor. You can't make a build. And so in that sense, it's so much more focused on giving you a linear progression system that is difficult by forcing you to learn. And not, like, difficult as in, like, you have to learn the ins and outs of your build. It's so much more just, like, learning the bosses and the actual gameplay itself. But the gameplay in this is super straightforward, I feel like. I mean, you know, you have light attacks, you have heavy attacks, some dodge attacks and stuff like that. No pants service. 69-minute stream. Nice. Nice. I don't know how much longer we'll go, but we'll roll with it for a bit more. We'll try to at least get to gargoyles. My favorite sentence: you died. Speaking of dying in this game, was a death count? 2? I think we died to Havel twice. No. 3. I lied. We died to Havel twice, and then we died to the flash mob that put me 6 feet under. Alright, buddy. Enough of you, please. That's right. That's right. Not my fault. You were just in the way. I think Hollow Knight is linear with Vengeful Spirit, Cloak, and Manus Claw. After that, it gives you endless possibilities. Yes. I think, too, what it boils down to is the fact that, like, once you get those abilities, the bosses fundamentally change, too. Like, even more so to the point where it's like, you know, eventually they start taking 2 masks of damage. And so there's a much bigger emphasis on trying to get you to... Or, there's a much bigger emphasis, rather, on bosses later on being fine-tuned for you having your full kit, essentially. Whereas with Dark Souls... I mean, the final boss in this game is a joke. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It's kind of... I don't know why they designed it the way that it was. Probably they just didn't really consider it, like how you can cheese him, but it's when you put the final boss of Hollow Knight versus the final boss of this game, you can see that there's a fundamental difference in, like, how each game tries to balance its bosses as progression occurs. I don't know why we're fighting this guy either. Oh dear. This is the end of us. This is it. This is where it ends. This is where it ends. I don't know how close he is behind me. Okay. It's fine. Is he gonna leave me alone? Please? I hear him stip-stomping. I hear him stippy-stepping. I just don't want him to love tap me in the back. Okay, I think he left. Whew. Death count 0. You guys saw nothing. 0 deaths. 0 deaths. I can only aspire to be as good as PewDiePie, though. That man's a god. Oh, I saw you. I see you. I see exactly what you're doing. No. Not gonna happen. Not on my watch. You next, come on. I'm not gonna pay attention to your friends shooting things. They're nothing. We're gonna do this the hard way, huh? No big deal? I'm just getting peppered? They stick violently out of me in all directions. Alright. This should be pretty straightforward. Hopefully the board doesn't give us any issues, too. I'm just gonna stab him in the butt. And that'll be the current meta that we roll with. Be gone. Is this gonna do... Let's try something. I never use these, but... I don't know if the, No, what's it called? The plunging attack damage is gonna matter here. Oh, dear. Let's start over here. How about that? Will you see that, buddy? He saw it. He cares. Jesus! Whoa! What's he doing? He was super mad at that. Pewds is a higher being confirmed? Absolutely. Unpopular opinion, I watched some PewDiePie and he was honestly pretty meh. Not bad, not great. Emphasis on not bad. He's good enough that I could tell he was good. Well, no, I mean, so I don't know if you know how much, like, because given from, what is this guy doing? Sorry, hold on, let me kill these fools first. I don't know how long you stuck with it, but the whole thing is, the zero deaths thing is just a meme. And he even live streamed it. There's a video that's like 20-ish minutes long of him, like the highlights of his best parts, just playing the whole game. And he has a death counter at the top that says 0 deaths, and he just doesn't change it. It's the funniest shit. And he, like, you see him die so many times, and like he gets to the very end of the game and dies. He's like, we got to be careful, we have 0 deaths. And then immediately dies, and he's a god in his own way. Only him specifically. Oh, we're dead. He went buck wild. Can I not stab? I think I can. I'm not hitting the sweet spot. There it is. Right in the booty. Right in the booty. Do you think PewDiePie will ever play Hollow Knight? I don't think so, personally. I personally don't think so. Just because he has a very particular taste in games, I feel like. Like, not speaking... Ooh! Hell yeah, we're putting that on. Are you kidding me? That's the that's the helmet for the rest of this playthrough to reflect this channel. There we go. Like, obviously old PewDiePie was less picky in games that he played. But the new version of PewDiePie, I feel like, is so much more focused on making content that he's just enjoying and having fun with. And, I don't know. I feel like gaming on that front is going to be very, very limited to something that he is genuinely enjoying and not just... I mean, he might, you know? It's always a possibility. There's a guy here that's supposed to jump out and scare me. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh. He was waiting patiently for me to finish that story. But if he does play it, man... Think of how much more attention this game's gonna get. Or Hollow Knight. It'll be huge. Because he did wonders for Terraria, too, if I remember correctly. This man's a whole journalist. Yeah, straight up in the ass. We took some unsavory methods to dispatch our little friend. Can you reenact going down the ladder with the big helmet meme? Are you talking about the one from Bloodborne with like the ding 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 ding? I wish. That was a spicy meme. But I'm not capable of such quality. I'm only capable of stabbing a boar in the butt. I mean, let me see if it looks the same way that it does. Oh, it does. It kind of looks like that. It jitters a little bit. A little bit of jitter. But I don't have a soundboard or anything, so... I should get one, though. That would be amazing. I would literally just record a whole bunch of prompts and stupid things that my friends and I say. And then play them back for the world to enjoy. Or hate. Whichever one comes first. And we're on our way up. The Conehead meme? Yeah. That's the one. I think it was Bloodborne. It was either Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3. Would recommend either, though. Bloodborne is such a different beast from... They made all the right changes to make it very, very unique from Dark Souls. And more or less the Bloodborne 2 memes are on par with the Silksong memes at this point. If I'm being... Ooh, that's embarrassing. If I'm being thoroughly honest. He's going to try and parry that. I won't give him the opportunity. Put that down. This dude's a beefcake. Just grab this real quick. Ooh. Surprised I didn't snag that. Got a little bit of snaggy snoo on that fool. Ooh. As soon as I got excited for that, I was like, probably not going to use it anyway. Dark Souls Poggies? Fucking love this game. Sweet. I love it too. I wanted to give it a shot just because I was having a craving lately. And I love me some Dark Souls. Always will. Do you think Silksong will make Hollow Knight more popular? Yeah. I feel like that's inevitable. Especially, and let me tell you why too. Especially because one, it's already generated hype. Not just like within our own like community, but like, you know, there are people that attend things like E3 and attend things like PAX events, like live streams or whatever, and like set reminders of like upcoming games. And on top of the fact they've already made a name for themselves with like the original Hollow Knight, but also because they're launching with Switch, and Switch severely helped them from what, if you know, if their sales records or anything like that, and their data is any reflection of how successful Hollow Knight was as a franchise. So I think it will pay tremendous dividends for Hollow Knight as a whole, and I think I didn't even see this, man. Kind of scared me. I think we're still in the phases of Hollow Knight becoming just, you know, it's a wee baby at this point, you know. It's super popular, but I think it's super popular to us, but I think it's still on the track to being a classic. Maybe that's just me having high hopes, but I think Team Cherry is too dedicated to the cause of making good games to not be remembered and not have their popularity after Silksong comes be increased. I hope it does. I really do. I'm sure they can make a third game, bro, as long as it's as good as Hollow Knight. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too, like, how much is it gonna increase Hollow Knight's popularity versus just Team Cherry's? Because you, like, realistically, this is a sad truth, but I don't think they can stick with Hollow Knight forever, just because, like, you know, do we want this to be a situation where we see Hollow Knight 24 and like everyone's starting to have really severe criticisms about the game because they're not doing anything inventive, or, you know, it's just more of the same? And that's no fault of Team Cherry's, you know what I mean? It won't be anyone's fault in particular. It's just the way that game development goes for games that have a whole bunch of sequels, which is honestly the same reason why Miyazaki, the creator of Dark Souls, stopped with Dark Souls 3, because he was like, he had that exact same argument, like, you know, we don't want Dark Souls 25 where we're just making content to just say that we have more Dark Souls games. You know, we want the content that we have to be as good as it can be. And then if we feel compelled later on, we'll do it. But they don't want to milk it dry, which is commendable. So whenever Team Cherry moves past Hollow Knight, I feel like they're going to be in a really good position to make whatever they want to make, which is great. Knight for Smash, that is a very, very popular request. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know. I'm not really a Smash connoisseur either, but I think it's a fit, especially if they're doing the Nintendo route. At least Hornet. To get some of that sweet Silksong property all over Smash. Lord Gesture. Oh, I thought that was what is it? We gonna get that from after beating Gargoyles though, so fear not. Read Force Weapon. Okay, let me see if I can use this Zweihander real quick with two hands. I think we can because we upgraded. Whoops. No, we can't. Savage. Whoops. What are the... You need 24 strength. Maybe I'm misremembering it. I thought it was only you needed half of the parameter to two-hand it, but we'll hold on to our Titanite shards for now. And we'll eventually make that switch. But the Battle Axe has been really good to us so far. I cannot complain. Bye, Pork. Have a good night. You too, man. Thank you for stopping by. Fires lit. They all are. Personally, maximum one more Hollow Knight after Silksong. I don't know. We'll see. That would make sense, too, because they were talking about, in their Kickstarter thing, they were really only going to focus on Hornet and then potentially Zote. They didn't really have any other goals beyond that, but we'll see. I mean, here's the thing, too. I don't think I'll even necessarily mind if we keep getting more Hollow Knight games. I say that with a grain of salt because, I mean, as long as they're good, but they would have to take the exact same amount of time and caution that they're taking with Silksong. Like, I know that the community is super desperate for it, but you really have to respect their at least desire to make sure the game is as good as it can be, despite what their community is saying and despite the fact that they could have made easy money and all that stuff. So if they keep the goals of making as best of a game as they possibly can, I feel like Hollow Knight sequels won't be terrible, you know, if that makes sense. After Silksong, Team Cherry will finally give us what we deserve, a game about foxes? Is that a reference I'm not getting? I'm trying to think. I don't think any of their previous games had anything to do about foxes. I'm definitely missing something. Or I'm just inept. That is the overall theme of this stream. So, Liddy, confirmed. Hey, your latest video just got recommended to me. Came to say I loved it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope it helped you out too, even if you aren't exactly new. Also, is it worth getting Dark Souls for the Switch? If you like Hollow Knight, like the overall themes, like the emphasis on boss fights and the difficulty that comes with, you know, learning from your mistakes, then the core concepts of Dark Souls are very, very fun. If you're that type of player. It really is different from Hollow Knight, but there's a lot more learning that needs to go on in different ways. I mean, I'm biased, so I would say to anyone and everyone that Dark Souls has to be played just because it's like a grandfather game, really. But if it seems like something that would interest you, I would say take a couple look at some things behind the scenes, and be aware of what you're getting into, because like Dark Souls 1 is, I don't want to say it's dated, but it's definitely a sign of its times. It's a little bit slower, a little bit clunkier. But every single game that they put out, well, I'll be hesitant about that. Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls 3 is a very big difference. Dark Souls 3 gets a lot faster and makes up for a lot of the speed that Dark Souls 1 lacked. So, if you're aware of what you're getting yourself into, I would say give it a shot for sure. I'm gonna get parried. Oh, I got so lucky, so lucky. All right, buddy, your buckler. There's no way. Sorry about that. I don't know, bro. As long as the quality stays the same for every game, I won't mind Hollow Knight 24. Agreed. As long, like I said, as long as they can assure that quality, I don't think it'll be that much of an issue. Do you think there will ever be games about the kingdom before or outside of Hollow Nest? Maybe. That would actually be amazing. I think it's a possibility. They also talked before. Anyone can feel free to correct me if this is wrong. This is just, I think, what I've heard from the grapevine, but they've talked about how before, I think on a Reddit AMA, Team Cherry said that the void we see in Hallownest is really just like the shore of the overall, like, what the overall abyss has to offer. It's like just a glimpse into it, and they said that maybe, you know, whoa, that was a lot of damage. Maybe, and we're gone. Like a decade or so down the line, they might expand and come back with like an Abyss DLC or something, which they could have entirely just been joking about. But I think it's entirely possible we could see some recurring themes or some things come back. I'd be down for it. I'd be down for whatever they can come up with. They've got me. They have me in the palm of their metaphorical cherry hands right now. There are so many people here. I guess I'm locked onto this man in another universe for some reason? We'll not worry about that. Hollow Knight, 57 memories, a Zode story. So lovely. There was a source of info that implied that Team Cherry might be designing a game themed after foxes. As silly as that sounds. I mean, look what we got when they themed a game after insects. Well, I'll take it, you know? I will take it. If they take this whole, like, animal approach to things, I still don't think I'll mind. Because, I mean, you said it yourself. Look what they did with a game about bugs. They made them adorable. They made us have feelings for a little bug with a mining hat that sings a song. I've been parried. Okay, never mind. So, I mean, I'm all for it. If they can make it work in their own way, they can do whatever they want. Look at this man like I'm going to fall for that. Tuh! I spit on you. Now put that down. We're done with that. Exactly. Yeah, I was always interested in Dark Souls game. It just always looked really clunky. I'm gonna try to brighten it up. Thanks. No problem at all. If you decide to go for it, best of luck. I hope you enjoy. It definitely is a journey. There's a lot of agony awaiting, but even more good times and feelings of triumph. So, I hope you enjoy what it has to offer. Thank you for that. Humanity, dead man? Opinion on water, drinkable. Necessary. Refreshing. That's it. That's true. Bugs can be so cute. Imagine using the animal kingdom. For real. Imagine using animals we already think are cute. And all the excess merch they could sell from that. Oh, they would have a field day. Hello, Lautrec. Oh, my thigh. My legs hurt. Absolutely. 110%. Ooh. Was that the one that I bought? I don't remember where I got that key. I think I could have done it with Master Key anyway, but... whatever. Team Cherry just did something so cute with bugs that I don't mind them being bugs. Bugs are my greatest fear. I am literally right there with you. I have borderline crippling arachnophobia. And Hollow Knight, more specifically Hornet, I hesitate to say that they've changed my opinion perspective, like in perspective entirely, but Hornet does spiders well. I'll say that. She's definitely the friendliest spider I think I could ever have imagined to be created. Even Hera's not that bad, and just from the looks of her, I imagine she would be grotesque. But I don't cringe, I don't freak out when I see her, I don't have my skin crawl. So props to them, kudos. Dark Souls is definitely not for everyone. It is a special audience. That's true. That is very true. In the same way that Hollow Knight has a special audience too. There's a definitive line. We only have 2 flasks. Should we even do this? I'm gonna get clapped. Let's go back to the bonfire, then we'll blitz. Boop. I think the same can be said about every game though. Like, you know, first-person shooters have their audiences. MMORPGs have their audiences. That's just kind of how it works. But it's I don't know. I feel like this is one of those games that's super important to at least try. And it's a shame too, especially with the same principles as Hollow Knight, because it's one of those things where it's like once you get that first taste of overcoming something, like especially for how it was with Dark Souls, I was like, I need more. I need to know what else this game has in store. And whenever you see people, like, your first instinct is to make people like, you don't know how good this game is, it's so good, like you have to get through the bad times so you can know what the good times are. But, you know, sometimes it's just not how it always works. I don't know what we're doing for leveling here. We'll do quality? Should we do quality? I don't know. Thanks to Team Cherry, I now analyze nightmares of spiders for lore. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought we ended up here? My first time in Deep Nest, I felt my skin crawling, especially the spider part. I just hate the noises. Just the little... I can't stand that. That hurts me emotionally. I did everything I could do in the game before going into Deep Nest, because my first time there, I almost cried since I had a jump scare with the broken... Wait, deep... Oh, I know what you mean. On the fungal waste interest. Yeah. It's horrible. It's not a good time. It's never... Deep Nest is a certain... It's... If you know what this is, or like what this game has in store, Blighttown is probably the closest thing I can think that's comparable to Deep Nest for this game. Blighttown was a nightmare. And even though we're playing on the remastered version, the old version had significant frame drops to make matters even worse. So that'll be, you know. Have you ever thought about streaming on Twitch, or are you going to stay on YouTube and stream? Someone asked about that earlier, but I don't know necessarily. I guess I could do Twitch just because there's... So here's the thing. Twitch is guaranteed to get me donations, and Twitch is guaranteed to get more new viewers, because that's just how it works. But YouTube streaming, I feel like, is on the comeuppance, especially with quarantine. Like there was some statistics that came out that said that it was outperforming like Mixer and something else. Facebook gaming. Yeah, that's what it was. And both of those got a pretty big surge with quarantine. But I'm not necessarily focused on Twitch just because my primary focus with these streams is to interact with you guys, like the core audience that is already here. And then whenever I get more people from streams, that's just a plus. This is really just an excuse so that I can mix it up for people that are subscribed for the content, so that way it's not always Hollow Knight. Because there's a couple of people that were, really like the guides or really like the Silksong videos or whatever it may be, but don't, obviously just want to see Hollow Knight all the time. So this is just a little addition. I'm never going to rule anything out entirely, you know what I mean? I might move to Twitch later on, or like double down on the Twitch streaming. It definitely would be easy to do, I feel like, but I just want to keep it simple right now, if that makes sense. I don't even have any moderators or anything, as we already talked about, so. This man really is just going to take 3 of those and not care. Props to him. Twitch is a lot better if you want money. Yeah. I hate those enemies that are inside the normal ones in Deep Nest. Their sounds invade my nightmares. Why is their sound design so good? Here's another thing too to touch. I know it's kind of sort of strange from what you said, but I was blown away that William did the voice for Dung Defender. I was absolutely blown away. That man has talent. And props to him. They have, with such a limited, once again, you talk about the fact that it's an indie game, and with such a limited scope of what they have for resources and availability for people and as a studio and everything like that, they really did wonders. Ooh. This axe is a little slow. Should probably switch to, I don't know if that helped. Be gone. If you stream on YouTube, you'll get more viewers? Maybe. And that's the thing too. I don't know the specifics of it, but I would so much more prefer viewers than like donos or anything like that. Just because, like I said, the whole point of this is to interact with you guys. If I have people that are like interested in watching the streams, then this is as successful as it can be, I feel like. William, wait. William did what? Yeah, I was thinking about streaming too with the quarantine. Do it. Do whatever you put your mind to, Chief. It's definitely more fun than I thought it would be. I originally, before I even started out, like recording videos for Hollow Knight, I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna do streaming. It's a fool's errand." But the first stream I had, where I had a handful of subs that just came in and were just shooting it up with me, I was just interacting with them. You always, especially after recording like a Let's Play too, because a Let's Play is you sitting in front of a mic for an undisclosed amount of time trying to not run out of things to talk about. But this is just it literally gives me an outlet to talk to you guys firsthand, which is amazing. So, yeah, William, by the way, going back to that, I think he voiced Dung Defender. That's what I read. If there's a list going around, I think on Reddit, or it's either on Reddit or on the wiki, or on both, I don't know, of all the confirmed voice actors, and I think he's Dung Defender. That man has skill. He has talent. William Pellin is quite the man for voices. Yep. Do you think that all indie games should have voice acting? No. Because, and here's the reason why. Voice acting is amazing if done right. Okay? That's I think how the whole point of voice acting works. Like, if you have stuff like Hollow Knight and you make up your own language and things like that, you can get as crazy as you want with it. It doesn't really matter. And they were fortunate enough to have William and like everyone around them not just offer their voices, but be good at it. You know what I mean? Like, be very, very professional in how they do it. And so if your options are to release a game that has voice acting and spend a whole bunch of time on voice acting that's like subpar at best, or like average at best, subpar at worst, and we're dead, I think you would much rather benefit from diverting that time and energy into your actual game itself. You know what I mean? Like Limbo, we played that on the first stream. Limbo has no voice acting whatsoever, but in turn, it creates this whole narrative and like sense of atmosphere that is completely forged by the lack of voice acting. And in that sense, if they had voice acting, I think it would be worse. Just because, like, it's such a claustrophobic kind of game, almost. I think it adds to the charm of it. And if you can make voice acting good, then sure, go for it. But if it's not something that you would feel comfortable about as a developer, I think you could pay tremendous dividends just sticking with game design instead, or like trying to fine tune everything you have in your game. I think it's just a matter of circumstance. Team Cherry had everything though; they had the whole package, so they nailed it. Oh, I couldn't beat him. This man is no. You shall not drink Sunny D today. Not on my watch. Those Royal Waterway worm sounds, yeah, I love it. I don't mind voice acting if they want to, great. If they don't, whatever. Even if yeah, especially with an indie game too, when they just have less things going for them at the time. That's something I've always loved. How the made-up language of Hollow Knight felt so real. Yeah, I mean, and they really sell it to you too. You know, with the Wanderer's Journal and like making up the written language and everything. It fit the world perfectly, and it doesn't have to make sense. It just is what it is because they were able to be as passionate as they were when creating it, and that's perfect. Zero Des. Maybe next game. We've already shot it for this one, but maybe in Dark Souls 2. I'm in Waterways right now. I don't know why. They just gross me out. Yeah, no, I completely understand. Team Cherry's voice acting be so good, you catch yourself making bug noises that would scare the general public. And that's the thing too. Like you could sit there and say Doma Doma to anyone, and you know exactly what it means. You know exactly everything it entails. You know the energy that goes behind it. You know what it signifies. But the outgroups think you're insane. And that's the price we have to pay. Very small though. Love me some Dung Defender. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do here too. We're gonna switch weapons real quick. Ow. This is going well? This is going well? This is going well? I swung way too many times there on accident. Let's back up, get some juice. Get some of the juice. Alright, one at a time, please. Okay. Ow. We really just about to go into this fight with 2 flasks. Let's go. Let's do it. Why are there so many of them? There were not this many before, were there? They pulled a Houdini on me. That was a mess. Let's take this out of here. Let's throw on... Yeah. I don't want to use humanities here, but... we'll do it if we have to. Just because I don't want to constantly run back to the bonfire. We'll give this a shot. Doma Doma Doma. I say pork's smooching noises should replace all grub sounds. That'd be amazing. Or if that's the only time in the entire game the knight is given like a voice or something. Just to smooch on his little grubby voice. That'd be amazing. Papanada. The thing doesn't work on chat. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's my biggest fear too. Posting a YouTube comment with like all that stuff on it, and then just making me look like a clown. Mail me Arthur Booptis. That significantly helped. Oh, I'm not using the axe. I was like, why are my attacks doing less damage? Ow. Let's get some juice. Get some juice. Ugh. Maybe the axe isn't the play here, because he seems to stagger a lot. With the longsword, or the broadsword. I don't know if I should focus to the other one, because I think he's weaker, but... Oh, no. And we're gone, like the wind. Please stop. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll focus on this guy. Oh, no. He's a lot tougher than I thought. Okay, I'm making the executive decision here. Jeez! Oh, we're gonna get hit. Unfortunate. And we're dead! Oh, I thought he was gonna slam down on me. No heal meta. Yikes. This is taking 1,000% of my concentration. Oh, here we go, here we go. No, 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 no. How did they not hit me? Relax, relax, relax. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, gents. Ow. I'm doing chump change for damage. I don't want to use my humanities here either. I gotta get closer. Hit. Oh, jeez. This fire boy, I'm sick of him. I know they're both fire boys right now, but... he trapped his buddy. Savage. I'm just buying time at this point, because I don't know what to do. Okay. Not good. Swing that someone who cares, please. Ooh, I deserve that. Oh. 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 Ah, and that's the end of me. I really screwed myself letting Hollows work me to the bone. Most unfortunate. During your first Hollow Knight playthrough, when was the moment you realized this was a great game? No cap, when I stepped into Dirtmouth. The very second that soundtrack hit me with Dirtmouth, I was like, yeah, this one's gonna be a start to finisher. No questions. Because that, I feel like the first couple moments of a game too are kind of like what helps make or break your opinion on it. Like especially with Dark Souls 2, like you fight a boss as your tutorial, right? And that's become a little bit of a staple of Dark Souls throughout the years. And if you're setting yourself up with the knowledge that like this game is not going to hold your hand. Like it'll tell you just enough to survive, but you have to figure everything else out. And the same thing with Hollow Knight. Like you know it's going to be somewhat of a somber game, very artistically driven, very special in its own right, just, you know, with the way that they set up everything. I think they do it very nice. And then everything else fell into place as time progressed and I kept playing the game, but... Excuse me, sir? Okay, we're doing so far so good. Not bad. What are some good mods for Hollow Knight? You, unfortunately, are asking the wrong person. I do not know. I know the gun mod is pretty good, but I don't play on PC, so... I don't really have any input on that. The item randomizer is kind of fun to watch. The gun one is actually really cool because it overhauls like all the charms and makes them do different things. But apart from that, that's all I really know for the mods. I know that there are like boss changes and stuff like that, like Gods of Battle, I think, and the Path of Pain updates, but I don't know too much about any of those. There's a lot of good ones out there, though. People say that the mods increase the replayability of it, which makes sense. You know, it does that with any game that has mods, kind of. The real test to see if someone is a hardcore Hollow Knight fan is asking them if they know all of Zo's precepts, and they have to answer all of them word by word, verbatim. See, the thing is, to short end my way around that, I would probably just buy the shirt and say that that's good enough. I don't remember all the precepts myself either, because I like to keep room in my brain for things that I can, no shade to Zote, but things that I can actually use. Except for, what's that one about food? He says something about food, like, you can't, I don't know, actually, I'm not even going to try to pretend that I know, but my man Zote he's a card. Yeah, try the AK mod. It is pretty cool. If you know how it says, if you know who says Papdamos Geo. I just broke my brain trying to decipher that. I'm sorry. The one cog in my head was spinning, trying desperately to figure out what you were saying, but now I got it. You were doing a noise. Okay, look here. I'm gonna get my humanity. And then you're gonna pay the price. You're gonna die as you should have died before. Also, I think I saw Latry in the chat. I still don't know if that's the correct way to pronounce that. Please correct me if it's wrong, but welcome. Welcome to the stream, Chief. Schmack. Slap, slap, slap. Clap, clap, clap. Ooh, that does way more damage. And we've already staggered him twice. Yeah, Battle Axe is gonna have to be the play. Please don't jump down on top of me. Oh, I swung one too many times. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, got that up just in time. This is a sticky thicket. I rolled one too many times. I'm like mixing what Dark Souls 3 lets you do with what this does. Uh-oh. I was sent to the abyss. I was sent to the chasms of the afterlife. I have never... Wait, are you swipe? By the way, I just realized this. Yeah, you're talking about like the Patros Geo? Because I fucking love that. Slide does say that. It's amazing. There is a shirt. 57 precepts of Zo. Every single, like the intro to every single one. It's amazing. Gargoyles are like Manus Lords in a nutshell. One down, two more appear. Yeah. Well, the thing about gargoyles too is that, as you can see, they're a bit different because like Manus Lords have a very methodical way of attacking, but all the gargoyles' attacks overlap. And it's not even that necessarily a difficult boss. I'm bad. I'm horrible. Trash can. I've never played any Dark Souls games, so I have no idea what's going on. That's alright. Thank you for coming to check it out anyway. You're watching me die to gargoyles. That is all you need to know. Could you imagine if all the gargoyles attacked you kind of like the Watcher Knights? Oh, they do? I actually didn't know that would happen. Yeah, it's, there's only two, like, don't let that be mistaken. What really just happens is there's one, and then the second one comes. I'm gonna try this, by the way, and hopefully this doesn't... I was gonna try it, but then I realized we have a couple of humanity. And I want to use that for RNG. Or for item drop boost. Be gone. Now take the stab. Take the stab, please. Thank you. Thank you for cooperating. Don't mention Watcher Knights. Sly is our Baby Yoda, and then Sly is better than Baby Yoda. Yikes. I have not watched The Mandalorian, by the way. I'm just gonna put that out there. I know the memes, because you have to know the memes to stay up to date with the current climate, but I should watch it. Sorry, I'm gonna try and focus a lot here so we don't waste any. Oh dear. Ooh, chunky. This fool slapped me. They're all slapping me. We take those. I just can't get through that without using a flask. Unfortunate. I got lucky with Watcher Knights. Only took 100 tries. Consider yourself #blessed. Because you are among the top contenders for holding a world record, I believe. Only to be beaten by PewDiePie, who, as we've already established, can't die. What do you think Silksong could do better than Hollow Knight? I think, for the most part, the additions they're doing to Silk... This is kind of a cop-out answer. I'm going to preface it with that, but the additions they're making to Silksong already, like having a voice protagonist and having questing and like more direct NPC interactions, I think that's going to be amazing with the world of Farloom. Because that was really the only thing I felt the original game could have been lacking. And not even that it was lacking, it was just... that wasn't the tone of the game. You know what I mean? The knight was supposed to be a silent protagonist, and he was supposed to have very limited interactions with NPCs because his quest was kind of like his own. But I think giving us an opportunity to watch Hornet grow as a character and see, like, witness development firsthand is probably one of the only things that I could see Hollow Knight missing. So I'm glad we're getting that. It might not be green, but is a stick sweeter than the stick that's better than bacon? I've never been able to defeat Sly, such a little bastard. He's fast. Lightning fast. When you found Marissa in City of Tears, did you listen to her for a while? Yeah, I talked about it in my first Silk Song video. I stepped into it for the first time while recording that video, and it was amazing. Because I had never known what that entire area was like. And hearing, like, just her unfiltered through, you know, like, having no excess noise behind it, too, is super unique, because you don't find them in the soundtrack or anything. So yes, I did. All those moments like that are what I live for. Poem the zombie thing that you just battled. We're actually kind of slapping this fool. Ooh, he missed. He gave a haymaker to the roof. Okay, this dude's going. You've put me in a sticky situation, Mr. Gargoyle. We cannot poise that. We cannot poise that. Come on. Oh, no. Okay. Boom. Alright. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge gamer energy. Is this life? Is this my life right now? Can we stop? I'm going... Ooh. Alright, yeah, we get it. We get it. You have bars. You spit hot fire. Congratulations. He played me. I thought I had it figured out. I thought I had it all mapped out. Okay, just because your axe is bigger than mine doesn't mean you could backstep out of everything I do. What did I just say? I dodged a cheeky fist. Oh yeah, you've signed your death wish, my friend. Why am I one-handing? It could be two-handing. Yikes, ignore that, please. Come on, buddy, just accept it. You're done. I killed your best friend. That's it, that's a wrap for you. This is over. We're sprinting. I'm not taking this anymore. Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed. First try. 0 deaths. Poem the zombie things you just battled. Yes. It's all art. The whole thing is artistic. I think there will be more movement options. It's going to be more acrobatic and intense. The speedrun community is going to be thrilled. Yeah, especially when they find more ways to break the game too. Because that's their whole job. Team Cherry's job is to overlook things like that, and their job is to exploit them. Mad respect to that. First try. You got that right. Like Nightmare King Grim? Oh, what did you do when you saw the boss name fill the screen? What exactly are you referring to? Are you talking about just now? Or did I miss something? Congrats. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to reap our rewards by ringing a bell. And that's it. That's all we get. That's the surprise that's awaiting for us. Oh, when I saw the boss or the bar fill up the screen, I don't know, that was so long ago. Because I'm not even, like, exaggerating too when I say that I first played this game years ago. Because this is an old game. But I remember there's a fight later on that is one of the most popular fights in the entire franchise, which is a tag team. And it's one of the better, if not some of the best type of, like, tag team execution that you can see, where it's like, you know, not being too broken, where it's like too much pressure or anything like that all at once. And that fight stressed me out to no end. But I felt a lot better knowing that it was supposed to be a skill check. And it really tests. It's really like the make or break point for people who play the game. Super good fight, though. Not as good as Artorias. IMHO. because Artorias' best boss confirmed. Oh, in Hollow Knight, big dumb. When I saw Radiance take up the screen for the first time, I don't know. I knew that there was a boss. I had a friend that was, unfortunately, had something spoiled for him because he joined the Reddit as soon as he started playing. And he didn't spoil that for me. He just said that there's like one of the hardest bosses on the horizon. And so I was like, oh good. I can't wait. So I went into Radiance knowing she was going to be difficult, but I didn't know exactly what she was. I'll tell you what was amazing though, when I saw her like turn from the sun, like when she's in the foreground or the background, and then she spreads her wings. One of the coolest uses of her motifs they could have chosen. That was so cool. I absolutely loved that. Yeah, he's talking about Hollow Knight. I'm sorry. We got there. It just took a little bit longer. What's your gaming setup? Trash. It's I have an L-shaped desk, and from left to right, it's a stand for my headphones. My first monitor that I play on. I have a Xbox and a PS4 kind of next to each other. The PS4 is like standing upright, and the Xbox is on its side with an external hard drive next to that. I have a plushie of the Knight to the left of my monitor that I use for my computer. And then I have a plushie of Hornet to the right of that monitor, and then my PC's at the very end. I don't have my my gold encrusted or gold-plated, diamond-encrusted gamer fridge yet, though, so I'm not living the best life that I could be living. I'm getting there, though. We will get there. Whoops. Let's upgrade. Oh, sick. We can use this two-handed. Let me spend some souls on getting some more strength. Because I definitely just want to use the Zweihander. The Zweihander is my baby. And then we'll use some Titanate shards to upgrade it. And we'll call this a stream. We did first try all of our bosses. Put that one down in the books. Yes, indeed. I don't have any more. Unlucky. Fridge revealed 2K subs then. Heard. Have you heard of SCP Foundation? I have heard of the original SCP containment stuff. And I have played it to its entirety with a whole bunch of friends. But I don't know what that is. What Foundation is. I think... I actually don't know. I know Markiplier is super into that stuff. And I think maybe Jacksepticeye is. I don't follow either of them too crazy closely, but... I'm aware of SCP, and I think its concept is super cool. Need an 8-dig forge? Andre's a bro. He would do it for me. He would do anything we ask of him. Alright, so next up... I don't know. I don't know where we have to go next. This is also... Oh, we're gonna go to... I guess we'll go to Darkroot or something. We'll figure that out when we get to it. We'll see how this does in general, though. Like I said, I just wanted to do this because I've been missing some Dark Souls. And this was a perfect excuse to just jump back into it. Have you guys along for the ride with me, too. So, I think we're going to call this a stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I really appreciate hanging out with you guys. This was a little bit longer, too, than the previous stream, but Dark Souls just, it does that. It's a time sink. I'm gonna try. I have not forgotten about the Q&A. I swear to you, I have not. I'm gonna try to finalize everything that's going on with that and get that uploaded next. So, don't worry about that. And then Radiant Mastery, I haven't forgotten about either. I swear to you, it's a very long process, and I have to take things very slowly. So Is this going to be scheduled? Maybe. Like I said, it depends on how much people want to see this over other games. If we could do Dark Souls Saturday, Steel Souls Sunday. But we'll work out the kinks. We'll work out with what people want to see, or we could just use Saturday as like a random day. So we'll see. I'm open to any and all feedback. Whatever you guys want to watch, I'd be more than happy to stream. So I'll catch you guys later. Yeah, good night to all of you. Good night. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Binge watch the Steel Souls. I hope you enjoy it. I put a little bit more consciousness into what I'm saying there. So I'll catch you guys later. Take care.